to one and all. I'd like to welcome you all for this session. Today I'm going to discuss about earlier indirect taxing system in India. Before introducing the goods and services tax, there was 5 kinds of indirect taxes in India. One is excise duty, sales duty, service tax, customs duty, and value added tax. Now we can see the explanation of each and every indirect taxes. The first one is excise duty. This duty imposed by the government on the manufacture or production of some goods was called excise duty. The central government levied excise duty under the Central Excise Act 1944 and the Central Excise Tariff Act 1985. The Central Excise Duty was tax which was charged on such excisable goods that were manufactured in India and meant for domestic consumption. The liability to pay excise duty was always on the manufacturer or producer of goods who collected it from the buyer of goods. The next one is customs duty. Duties of customs were levied on goods imported or exported from India at the rate of specified under the Customs Tariff Act 1975. As amended from time to time or any other law for the time being in force. The Customs Act was formulated in 1962 to prevent illegal imports and exports of goods. Besides, all imports were shown to be subject to a duty with a view to providing protection to indigenous industries. The next one is service taxes. The service taxes provides in India were required to pay a service under tax provision of the Finance Act 1994. Under section 67 of this act, the service was levied on the gross or aggregate amount charged by the service provider from the service receivers. The next one is sales tax. The tax paid by the consumer on the purchase of some items was called the sales tax. Sales tax was imposed under the both central and state government legislations. From the year 2006, most of the states in India has supplemented sales tax with a new value added tax. Finally, value added tax. Value added tax was a tax on the sale of goods. It was imposed on interstate sales, that is, sale of goods within the state. It is also known as tax on value added or value added tax as it was imposed on the amount of value addition made. It was a tax paid on value addition as the tax paid on purchases was allowed to be set off against the tax payable on sales, the resultant being the tax only on value addition. That's all. Thank you for your listening.